on, you guys? So someone in our comment section, we won't say who, brought up the idea that the Las Vegas Raiders might be tanking for how things have gone. Now, they mentioned, obviously, a lot of mysterious injuries going on for the Raiders, and kind of got me thinking, where clearly this season, I've said clearly a lot in my video, so I apologize for that, but this season has sucked. Like, we expected so much more from this team. I expected a way better defensive performance. I expected Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell, whoever the hell the quarterback was, not to suck this much. But let's be real. It has sucked. And I think that it really does come back to coaching. It comes back to execution. And it comes back down to being in the right system. And I don't think, and I don't know if on either side of the football the Raiders are in any of those things. But with the recent amount of, we'll call them weird injuries, does it really spell that maybe this team is tanking? Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't think that any team tanks in the NFL. Now, do I think that they don't necessarily try to win? Maybe. But I don't think that teams tank, mainly because A, this is a sport that you have a lot of pride in. B, people's jobs depend on this. And C, there is a big amount of pride that is had among these professional football players. So do I think they're tanking? I don't know, but I would say probably not. And it's not like there's like amazing quarterbacks in this draft class to tank for. Like, yes, Cam Ward does look like he could do some things for you. Shedeur Sanders is also pretty interesting, and I'm keeping an eye on as well. But like, there's no Peyton Manning in this draft. And it's another thing where even if they were tanking, we'll go down this rabbit hole with you. Even if they were tanking, just because you get a quarterback in the top 5 or number 1 or number 2 or number 3 doesn't mean they're going to be any good. In fact, there could be an argument made that quarterbacks, like you found more successful quarterbacks in the later rounds of the draft, i.e. Tom Brady, are the best quarterback in the history of the game. Russell Wilson was a 3rd-round draft pick. Like, there's numerous examples. Derek Carr was a 2nd-round pick. So, and maybe that hits a little bit close to home for the Raiders. But overall, you don't need a top 5/top 3 pick to get your quarterback. And I don't think that the Raiders are necessarily tanking because there's so much on the line for this team. And there's no guarantee that, Antonio Pierce and staff are going to be here next year. So I don't think that necessarily they have themselves in the best scheme with the personnel that they have, but I also don't think that they're tanking because there's so much that rides on these seasons. There's so much that rides on these games that, it's more than just a game. It is people's way of life. It is their livelihood. It's how they feed their families. And I think that overall, to sit here and suggest that, that they are tanking is a little bit preposterous because, these are professional athletes that do get paid a lot of money. And also these are coaches that do depend on this and it's their careers. So I don't think the Raiders are tanking, but let's be real. They got to pick this up. They got to absolutely find a way to start winning some games, and otherwise they will be fired. That's just the reality of the situation. But overall, let us know what you guys think. Are the Raiders tanking for a quarterback? Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.